So there has been an update to the Daniel Robinson missing case that I saw today. And it's the young black man who been missing for 3 months now, and he was last seen in Arizona leaving his job. I uploaded the GoFundMe. I uploaded the update with the petition. I also signed the petition myself. And it's kind of sad too, because I've been covering the Gabby case, and we all been kind of like focused on that instead of, trying to balance it out or whatnot. But his case kind of like got put on the back burner, if you ask me. So I'm doing whatever I can, even if it's one person, two people, three people, just help to put the story out there. I'm no big blogger or nothing like that, but you never know who you will reach. So the update, and what I wanted to also say too and put out there is, it's kind of strange to me that this story or narrative comes up a lot with missing Black people. And the story is just like Mitrice Richardson. Lord rest her soul. All of a sudden, he's missing. The update is now people are coming out saying, like, as far as his friends, that he was acting weird. He was acting very strange. He, I believe, wasn't acting himself. There was a young lady who said that he showed up to her house unannounced a couple of times after being invited. And then after being invited, he, I guess, decided to just show up unannounced a couple of times, which kind of, I guess, maybe made her feel some type of way. They're also saying that he was showing feelings toward this young lady, and they could see that the young lady wasn't reciprocating those feelings back. And he was kind of in a, I'm in love with her type of state, when she probably didn't even know that, that they were in a relationship. We don't know if that's true or not. That's what she's saying. So now that that's out, to me, and I'm no FBI agent, I don't have no license in none of this, no police officer, but just with common sense and coming up in the streets, you just say, okay, well, these people who last saw him, or who are putting these narratives out there about him acting weird and strange before he comes up missing, I pray to God that they look more into those people, instead of taking their story and saying, oh, he was acting weird. Okay, let's put that out there, without really 100%, putting effort into confirming these things that you're telling me, Oh, I confirmed a couple of things, so the whole story is true. No, that's where it get twisted. Like the Gabby case, the cops was never ever, for that whole police video for an hour that you see, they pretty much for the whole hour was trying to find him a place to stay. It was no trying to there was no trying to get more out of him like cops usually do, and they usually the ones who don't believe anything you tell them and take it with a grain of salt. But for some unknown reason, these cops, in the Gabby case, kind of went along with the story and just was like, okay, well, we're not going to look into it. Pretty much like, okay, we believe you, since she said one thing and you said one thing that was the same, so, well, it got to be true. They're saying the same thing, that on that one thing. So with this case now, I'm like, okay, so since he's been missing, for back to the Daniel Robinson, since he's been missing for the 3 months now, car has been found. It looks rolled over. I also shared that as well. They said that his wallet was in there, his cell phone, and his personal items were still in that car. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, there's no footprints. There is no checking the phones. Like, is this the whole time? Is this all that they come up with? And they have that evidence in the car. So for the whole 3 months, because I've been checking for updates on the case, on the Daniel Robinson case, And I'm like, okay, this is all they've come up with? Today they just come up with these different statements from these friends or associates of his coworkers, and they're pretty much just kind of like, hey, yeah, all I remember is he was acting a little weird. Like, what? He was acting weird? Like, I kind of find that's been coming up a lot with different cases. Oh, the last time I saw them, they were acting really, really strange. Like, are you effing, like, whatever. So the cops got all this stuff, and then now the parents are pretty much having to do the police's job because they're reaching out for help. And I couldn't even imagine not knowing where my child was, man. I couldn't imagine that. Like, that is just crazy. Like, you don't know where to start. And I could look at it from a cop's perspective too, where they don't know him at all, to know where to look for, know his character, know maybe who he be hanging out with, maybe little things that he into. So I can understand how complex that can be for cops also trying to put something together that they don't know nothing about. But for parents to just sit here and you're reaching out for help, like, can someone please help me find my son? And they pretty much like really not even helping. Like, that's not right. That's not right at all. But whatever, I just can't believe this is all they've come up with within the 3 months. It's just, oh, the friends came out and said this is how he was acting. Okay, well, why was he acting that way? What did he say? Can you prove that he said that? Do you have a video? So if he was acting that weird, did you decide to kind of like secretly record him? Like, what made him feel the need to show up at your house unannounced? Or did you give him some type of, did you give him some type of lead him on to make him think that it was okay for him to just pop up at your house unannounced? Or you just, you know what I mean? Like you invited him to your house once, so you're saying, oh, you invited him to the house once, and then after that he just showed up unannounced. Why did he show up unannounced? What was the reason? Like, do you have a doorbell camera? I mean, like, are they looking into these crazy I don't believe the stories. It just sounds like crap, kind of like, just, yeah, this is what we got, just either take it or leave it type of mentality in this case with the Daniel Robinson. I tried to find his Instagram to kind of look, because you could just kind of tell, maybe read some of the comments of different people, maybe the last time he posted, maybe something's in that. I'm not sure if the police did that. I'm sure his parents probably were doing that. But they did also say that some of the posts had been deleted from his Instagram that they noticed. But I couldn't find his Instagram to even see. So I can't imagine the parents just pretty much just trying to do an investigation themselves without no help at all. And like they said, they feel that if the police would have helped and got on it in the beginning, when they first reported him missing and said that this is not like him, then they think that it would have been more leads as to where he at, what happened to him. They will be a little bit closer to finding him. But since they kind of put it on the back burner and kind of like, okay, feet propped up, eating popcorn in the police station. Oh, yep, I forgot about this case type. Now, all of a sudden, now that the police station see that there's getting coverage, now it's all of a sudden, oh, let's go work on it. And like the family said, it's like a little too late. We appreciate it. We still need your help. And they kind of like don't really want to say what they really want to say, because they don't want to kind of tick them off or whatnot, But you could tell from the brother how the brother is frustrated. I would be too, because you guys are trained in this. You guys are trained in this. You guys know what to do. We don't know. We just need help. Just, can you help us? I mean, damn. Just imagine being in that situation and everybody just looking at you like you crazy. And everybody just like, well, I'll just do this, well, sorry. Like, that's fucked up, man. Oh my God. This world, that just what it's come to. I mean, just from the little to the biggest. I mean, humans don't even treat humans like humans any damn more. Y'all know I'm gonna start getting real deep. So let me get off. Cause humans walk right past you. I mean, damn, an animal see another animal, they gonna give them a little sign, sniff something. Damn, you just walking past, robotic, rolling eyes. I mean, like, we just a mess, man. We need help. All the damn humans, we all need help. It's something wrong with us. It really, really is. This don't make no damn sense. This don't make no sense at all. Where do you start when you know your child has been missing for 3 months? I wouldn't be able to sleep at all. I get so caught up in these cases that touch my heart, like the Gabby one, and then this one for some reason. There's only some cases that really get to me. And for some reason, this case, this Daniel Robinson case, has. So I've been trying to look, read. I mean, like, literally, like, where I get annoyed and I get frustrated and anxiety, I really, like, I don't even know this man, and just like how I can't even imagine the parents. If I do that with someone that I don't even know, I will be going crazy if this was my child. I'm so scared for my kids to leave and be out in the world alone. I mean, like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Your child been missing. You don't know where they at. You've been calling them, talking to them, all up for these 24 years of you being their parent, and now they've been missing for 3 months and you don't know where they at, and they ain't got nothing on them. They ain't got no phone on them. You got it. They not with their car. They nowhere to be found. Then the car was found in a big ass land type desert look, like an Arizona. I'm like, well, if he did that, where to see the walking, you can't even literally see no walking distance. Like, how did his car is there, so it just flips over and then he just walks? Where can he walk? From how the car looked, it seemed like it takes miles and miles to reach just where there will be a regular street for him to even to wave get someone's attention for help. So did someone help? Did they go take the car there and someone was behind them? Like, or was it him who got into the accident and the car rolled over and then he just all of a sudden stumbled out and just stumbled across the desert and he's nowhere to be found in this huge, almost Staples Center size, a goddamn desert area? I mean, like, are you serious? Because if he did that himself and looking where his car was found, there's no way that he could have just did that by himself. Somebody had to been follow him and did that and drove, something. Either did that and then took his body with them, or maybe he was something had already happened to him. They kidnapped him. He's still alive. And maybe they just said, okay, let me leave all this shit in the car and let me just go drive the car right here to throw them off. And then, because if you're going to do that, that means you still got to have a car behind your ass. Because you're not going to be able to get nowhere without the car if you're going to leave the car in that type of way. Did they take fingerprints on the car? Did they thoroughly check? And then another thing before I forget, what was really sad was when I was reading the petition and just reading the please help us find DanielRobinson.com, how the dad had on, and they also have a reward if you have any information. But what was sad was they had on there, on that flyer, not contact the police, contact them, the parents. Contact the parents. That is sad. Imagine a parent. I think I would be so motherfucking mad. I wouldn't even want to talk to no goddamn news people. I'll be cussing all their asses out. Don't come in front of me with no damn microphone, asking me no dumbass questions for your job, because you don't give a fuck. I will be cussing them out. They would not want to interview me or do no press conference or nothing with me. Because I would be rude as hell. I would be looking at them and I would take my cell phone out and I would act like I'm a reporter. And I'll look at their ass and say, well, how would you feel this happened to your daughter? Can you answer that live, bitch? What the fuck? You asking me, so how do you feel today after you found out that your daughter is, dead? The fuck? How do you think I feel? Damn. I think reporters need to, shit, fuck going to college. They need to take a common sense course. Fuck you asking me that dumbass question for? You should know the answer to that already. Put some real information, ask some real questions that'll help get to a lead. You asking me, oh, how do it feel right now? How do you feel right now? How's it going to be after you found out that your daughter's dead? It's not going to lead to nothing. Ask me a question that'll be out there where everybody gonna see it and you got the microphone in front of my face and say, well, let us know right now because it's gonna be on TV. Who do you think she was last seen with? You know what I'm saying? Like, she was last seen with who, ask me something that's gonna benefit. Don't ask me no dumbass question that you already know the fucking answer to that's not gonna help at all. Fuck around and give me a case. When we trying to find the person who need to be going to jail, I'll be fucking around and get a case from hitting the reporters. Like, get out of my face with that. But the dad is so humble. The dad of the Daniel Robertson young man, and he was a geologist as well. A geologist. That was crazy. And I wonder if him being a geologist has anything to do with that as well. And they also said, as I keep talking, I remember, they also said that he had a side job, which was delivering food, and that he was acting a little weird. See, all those places that they're coming up with today after 3 damn months, they need to look more into that. Because if these are the only leads that we have, then we need to work these leads till they are goddamn in some crumble down the dust in the goddamn ground in the dirt. We need to freaking exhaust those 2 leads to the best of our ability. If this is all we have is these 2, then we need to be asking all type of questions to these 2 people, since they want to come forward. And they probably was the ones who came, probably not. And did they come forward? That's another question. Did they come forward? Or did the police find out and then question them? Because if that's the case, then that's even more suspicious. Y'all see him out there in the reports on him missing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Come on now. Then he left from work and it was unusual. I wonder if the work noticed that he didn't come up, or did the parents notice that he was missing? See, I need to go back and reread that, because the questions come out as I'm thinking now. Like, okay, well, did the job call and say, hey, he hadn't showed up for work, and that's how they found out he was missing? Or did his parents say, oh, wow, we didn't hear from him in a minute, let's call and see what's going on? And then they reported him missing. That's what I would. Then they called his job and they said, oh, no, he ain't been to work. Okay, then, damn, he ain't been to work. Did y'all try to do something when y'all found out that he wasn't at work? I mean, like, come on now. But this is crazy how that flyer had the father's name, not the police. It was supposed to have the detectives, police on there, not the father saying contact him. That's sad. That is so sad. And then I keep looking around for it to see if people are covering it, and they're not. Especially these pro-black, I'm covering black news bloggers, I haven't seen them cover it either. But I hope it gets more coverage. I really do, because there's something really, really strange about this case as well. And then once everything come out, then everybody going to jump on the bandwagon, and it's going to be a little bit too late. I'm going to do more research too and help in any way I can, because this is crazy how I can't imagine just feeling alone and no one wants to help me find my child. I'm the only one who just sitting up, like, come on now. And I know there's a lot of missing people in the world, and no, we can't help everybody. But when God puts something on your heart, and it's like how he did with certain cases, he'll put them. Oh, man, I'd be like on overdrive. I really do. That's how I know, like, wait a minute, it's something about this case. And it don't be a lot of them. Like I said, it be the certain ones. So I can't just be like, okay, whatever with the case. It's stuck with me now. Like this Gabby one, that's stuck with me. Like the Chris Watts one. Oh, my God, that one. It just be certain ones. But whoever listening to this, share it, maybe post it, try to get it out. Daniel Robinson is still missing. There has been some updates. The updates are kind of suspicious to me. And I also wanted to let it be known and put it out there that why is it that when people are missing, that this narrative has been coming out a lot about, oh, the last time someone seen them, they were acting really, really strange. Like, bitch, you acting strange. What the fuck? All right, you guys, I gotta go.